Tractors are an iconic fixture in Iowa, and on the Grand Concourse, fairgoers were treated to a tractor smorgasbord.
It's a cock-shut made in Canada. It's model 30. They made a 20. Later on, they made a 40 and a 50. These farm crests you could order from Gamble's. So all these companies tried to figure out different ways to disperse their products. If you were out in the field and your battery was dead, you were dead unless you had a crank.
Well, it's a 1967 International Cub Lowboy. A friend of mine at work had it for sale, and I just bought it on a whim, thinking I could clean it up and paint it and have it done, and that was 2 years and 4 months ago. I had no idea what I was getting into. It was really learn as you go. I'd never done anything like this in my life, so we just started taking it apart, reading a lot of books, and spent a lot of time on the internet. It started its life with the Wisconsin Department of Roads, and I think they used it as a battering ram, so we did a lot of body work on the front end of it. That tractor won the lottery for the rest of its life. It's going to sit in a heated garage the rest of its life. Well, this one was enough for a while. My wife would agree with that.
Well, this particular Graham Bradley here is one Dad bought. He died in '98, and he bought a couple years before. He bought a new 37 from Sears and Roebuck and drove it home from Des Moines to the farm and that. And I've got that one at home to do yet and that, but this one got done first. That has a truck transmission in it, and it's a 4-speed forward transmission. 1, 2, and 3 are your tractor gears you'd think of for power, and 4th gets you about 30 miles an hour down the road. And he did custom hay baling, and it was important that he got from field to field, 10 miles away. And if you bought a John Deere or something in those days, it was 12 miles an hour. So that's hence the reason he needed that tractor. Well, I'm a farm boy. I mean, the farm's 152 years old. I'm the 5th generation in that, and my idea is to get a tractor of every one I remember that Dad had in that. And we got an 8N to go, and an MD Farmall to go, and a 720 John Deere to go. And it's a 1945 Farmall B. I put dual seats on it because I got a lot of grandkids, and they all like to drive tractors. And then I got the idea of putting dual controls on it. I did a lot of figuring and finally come up with a way to put dual controls. So I have a clutch on both sides, and I have a brake on both sides. So that makes an awful good teaching tractor. The Farmall B really lends itself to 2 seats. Well, we rake hay with it, and we haul bales home from the hayfield with it. Just odd jobs around the farm. It's a working tractor, and to get a working tractor ready for the fair, you got to do a little work yourself to get all the grease and grime off of it.